more than a
Well, that's how we start the show. VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice. Yes, you do have more than a voice right here on the VOP television. I am Moses Humphrey, opening the platform for you this beautiful Monday morning for you to air your views. Now, we are on social media, YouTube, Instagram. Make good use of these applications to air your views right here on VOP television. This is VOP This Morning. Welcome on board.
All right, a very good morning to you this amazing Monday morning, the 25th day in the month of March 2025. We are super excited to be here, of course, giving you all of the information that you need at this time. And that is why we consistently would say this morning on VOP is where you have to be.
And it's
David Edwin is my name. So
yes, it's something just came to mind now. It's a holy one. It's a holy Monday. It's a holy Monday.
What?
With Moses, biblical. David, biblical. So you know what to expect right here on the show. All right. Well, something that isn't holy has been happening. Like I was discussing with David just before we came on the air. I was talking about car theft. There's been a rise.
Wow.
But see, the thing now is robbers don't steal the entire car. It's cumbersome. It's a lot to deal with. So what they do now is they take essential parts like the brain box, like certain parts of the car.
Wow.
Now, there's been I was reading up an article that talked about the incessant theft of car parts. Sometimes they still, not just in Nigeria, it's happening in the UK as well. It's happening in the US. Whoa. They break into, luxury cars, steal brain boxes, batteries, things that they can easily sell and make money immediately.
All right.
And sometimes the insurance companies are unable to fix these things because getting original parts might be a problem. So at the end of the day, it renders the car useless.
Now, if I insure my car with you and something has been stolen in my car,
you will not ask
you
your
could
security
tell
guard. You don't get security guard. Anyway, the bottom line here is you should be careful where you park your car, especially for those that park their cars outside the compound. Sometimes due to lack of space, be careful how you park your cars and put in some of the measures to secure your cars. Alarm system, things that when the car is tampered with, the alarm goes up. Somebody was in the article I read. There was a story about a man who went to a mall in the early hours of the day to shop. He parked and his side mirrors were removed with tact, with skill. They were removed, and the security men around it did not even know. So, the message here is be more security conscious. All right, both in Nigeria and anywhere else that you might be watching us from this Monday morning. Oh well, one of the things we'll be talking about today, we're looking at Sarah urging the president to follow the path of Alex Oti of Abia State and comply with court order on ex-governor's life pension.
Interesting one there. And of course, another topic we'll be looking at this morning is World Tuberculosis Day today. And 2024, of course, sheds light on Nigeria's persistent tuberculosis challenges. Now, interesting topics we have for you today. Of course, these are our conversation that will be the brain of our conversation today. But of course, joining us in the studio, you definitely will be seeing him in no time. Would unveil him. I don't want to.
Well, he joins us every Monday, so he's our Monday guest, and we value him. So you know him already. If you don't know him, then you're new on the show.
Definitely. And of course, before we dive into the topic proper, we'll have to first take a quick breather. When we return, the newspaper review will be up next, and of course, we'll be looking at most of the headlines this beautiful morning. But before we do that, let us also let you know that you can, of course, subscribe to our YouTube page. And if you haven't, hey, do that right now. You're missing something. Because, yes, We have so much to serve you. On YouTube, we are at Voice of the People TV, and on all other social media platforms, we are at VOP TV Live. Well, you know what we do? Let's take this breather. When we return, we'll be going straight into what the newspaper headlines are saying this morning. Stay with us.
Zara.
Ramon, come and help me. You can sell enough to be able to drink our first in this evening. Ramon, have this. This is what you have to do. You understand? This is what you have to do. Ramon,
Oh, don't worry. Things don't matter. It can be wiped off with just one wash.
Okay, thank you.
Zara!
Ramadan Kareem.
But I'm not.
It's Ramadan. It's the season of sharing and caring. As Muslim faithfuls all over the world pray and fast, may peace reign all over, especially in troubled regions. Allah's blessing to us all. May the supplication of every sincere heart be heard. Ramadan Kareem, from all of us at Voice of the People Television.
All right, welcome back to the show. Now let's get on with the newspaper review. Let's let you know that we are being joined now by Mr. Akin Fatumke, who is a communications expert, and also a public affairs commentator. There's a whole lot more to his portfolio. Well, good morning to you, sir. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Moses. Thank you very much, David. Good morning, Nigerians. My pleasure to be here.
All right, now let's start off with the Punch newspaper. The banner headline here: one of major concern to a lot of Nigerians, the Kaduna abductions. That's what we have here. Federal government plans school safety corps as 137 pupils regain freedom. Subriders: Tinubu vows to end students' abductions. NSCDC to train school safety corps personnel. Kaduna governor hails president. Military puts pupils abducted at 137, says teacher. Sick. well, he actually died. But, saying he's sick makes it feel like he's going to get better. Oh, well. On top of the nameplate, we have $7 billion FX. OPS threatens to sue banks over rejected applications. Julius Berger, MTN, top as capital market, loses 248 billion naira. FG plans joint cable protection. Disruption lingers in 6 countries. All right. Now going further down, you have the pictorial of the students there. Some of them there. And underneath that one, we have Palm Sunday. Gaza Christians seek peace. Pope mourns 137 Moscow victims. Grieving families, friends demand justice for slain Delta cops. Olubadan. Olakule's enthronement process begins Tuesday. All right, so these are the headlines that we have from the Punch newspaper. Mr. King.
Which one caught my attention most?
Yes, which I would, the first off, the abduction, the release. I don't know if it's release or rescue now. We are seeing rescue into papers. We are seeing release. As a communications expert, you sure do know that they mean different things. But the bottom line here is we are happy that the children are back home. But I have a problem with the numbers now. Was it propaganda when we heard 287 pupils and teachers, and now we are hearing 137 being released? And now the authorities are saying it wasn't 287 in the first place. It was 137.
Moses, and in all seriousness, and David here sitting here with me in the studio, I must start by saying that the loss of life of one man, it diminishes us. That is John Donne. It should not only diminish us, it grieves us. So my heart goes to the families of the teacher that was killed, and I join you to also...
Was killed or fell sick?
Well, apparently he died. Okay, so that was most unfortunate. I also am in joy that at least within the melodrama that has befallen this country, not just the Karuga war in Kaduna, it has been on for quite a while. It's been unending drama. I'm happy that those kids, 139, 137 or thereabout, we were told 287. It tells...
In fact, some reports had it as over 200. And I start to wonder, are we approximating human beings now?
We can
approximate things, but not human beings, because each life matters.
It tells you how relatively unserious, first of all, we should take ourselves and respect outsiders to take us. We are not sure, not just for Karuga. Moses, I am not sure that any of us sitting here in where we live, we can give an accurate estimation of how many people in terms of population where we've been fumbling and wombling and being planless. In the specific case of the abduction, of the rescue, like you said, again, it's a high game of drama. I made it point blank, with due respect to innocent people that might be involved here, and innocent members of our military that might be involved in chasing what I would like to describe as chasing shadows in this unending melodrama. I have made it clear that many things are not adding up. And when those things don't add up in a transaction, this is a business transaction. Somebody somewhere wakes up and starts the honest nest and begin to work on emotions, inaccurate numbering. You also need to even look at where they were captured from, the school that they were captured from, and all that. The huge number, whether it's 137, whether it's 287, at any point in time, is beginning. I'm sorry, David. Is beginning to look like a high drama in areas where I'm not saying they haven't made progress. You hardly have so many people all conglomerating and attending school. I know Rufai in Kaduna has tried his best, but his best is not such that at any point in time you have it 100, 200, somebody just put an estimate for you to be able to chip in the bargain. And then Moses, you come down to the brass tacks. They were rescued by who?
Yeah, well, if we look at those who thanks have been given to, the NSA, the president, so maybe
I was actually going
rescued
there.
by who? From who? Do we know them? Everything is shrouded in secrecy, and the earlier we get serious in Nigeria, right there from the top down to the bottom, all around us, we will continue to be a laughing stock. Not a few Nigerians, I just say. Not a few Nigerians
in one sentence, you just asked a very vital question that I was going to ask you some few minutes ago when we were reading out these headlines. By who? Who were the ones that made the rescue happen? Now, with all of these questions.
By who? For who? And for who? Huh? So, who did the rescue? How did they do the rescue? Rescue from who? And then rescue to who?
Let's even look at the breakdown of this grammar. Rescue means there was confrontation.
Exactly.
That's what it means. Basically,
exactly.
The military or whoever confronted, and then one overpowered the other.
Exactly.
And rescued. Release means there was negotiation.
Exactly.
Back and forth, and okay, take them away. So, which one is will the government of the day tell us which one took place? Or does the government feel like it doesn't matter as long as lives have been saved?
And then some quarters are asking a very important question. Is this another act of politicking for the government of the day to want to make a statement when it comes to insecurity?
Well, politicking over business deal. I'm afraid I have to emphasize that where a lot of money will change hands, where people will be talking about 41 trillion initially and 1 billion, is a way of saying we want to be a part of the dividend of them all crazy, like Fela would have said. Again, puts down clearly it's an indication that we are not serious as a nation. And I keep on saying it for anybody that cares to listen. We are divided in between the lines. We don't see with the same prison. We've gone so selfish. We've gone so self-centered. We are not prepared to work and work hard. We are not prepared to persevere. We are prepared to continue to mutate children that we are not prepared to send to school. We are not prepared to plan and make sure that we count who we are and all that. And somebody just wakes up from nowhere and starts to make extraneous demands. They make those extraneous demands because they look up and they see that up there, they are busy sharing in a manner of looking and taking care of themselves. That is the perception. And then less of governance is happening. Right. Both at federal, more now at the state level, More now at the traditional council level, it's all convoluted.
All right. Well, we have to go to the streets now and sample the opinion of some Nigerians that spoke on stories from the papers. But before we do that, there's a headline here that I skipped. It's only appropriate that I take it. This one just beside the nameplate of the Punch newspaper. The headline is "Fans Mourn as Veteran Actor Amechi Monago Dies at 61."
Oh, dear.
What's another loss to Nigeria's entertainment industry? Oh well, may his soul rest in peace. Now let's go to the streets of Lagos and find out what Nigerians are saying as it pertains to stories from the dailies.
Voice of the People TVI is live here on the streets of Lagos in
Oh, we
Opa,
okay,
hearing
yeah.
people's opinion regarding the headlines today on things that have been happening and situations arising in the nation itself. And we'll just be hearing people's opinion, so stay tuned.
Actually, my name is Evangelist Ekene Maduako. I wouldn't tell you that it's time for us to rejoice because there are a lot of things, a lot of menace, a lot of things happening in this country. Nigeria himself, I don't want to talk about Nigeria entirely because I might lose stupid. If I want to give this country name, I will not call it Nigeria. I know I have a name I will have called it. But then, let me reserve my words over there. But talking about the security, there are many people. I was nearly kidnapped on the 23rd December last year, 2023. I was going home before Okada. Armed men came out of the bush. They shot at us and trying to shoot the gun again. The gun did not respond. They were trying to cut the gun, then we passed. We quickly approached police checking point close to that place. And we were telling them, armed men are blocked there. I think maybe they have blocked the road. And they started running away until we got to army checking point and told the army people we didn't know whether they will actually go there or went there or not. So a lot is happening. There is no insecurity in this country. We cannot just start rejoicing because maybe I don't know how are you even sure that the parents of those students, they have not paid the ransom? Because there's a lot going on. Forget about what they are showing out on the news. Forget about all this news, the government. There is no news in Nigeria. If we should have news in Nigeria, everybody will flare up. If we actually have the opportunity to hear the right news in Nigeria, I don't think you will be here, comfortably here, carrying this mic. Maybe you will have been thinking on something else now. So we are not getting news. And it's not only in Nigeria. Most times it's all over the world. Politicians, they know their way. So, but our own case is different because we ourselves are so divided that we cannot unite as citizens to confront these few individuals who are packaging all this, who are running the affairs of our nation and turning things upside down. Now they are packaged this one. They want us to start jubilating. While there are thousands and hundreds of people still in the hand of kidnappers in the bush. If not for one thing, I will have been in their hands. 24 December was supposed to be my birthday, and I was nearly kidnapped on 23 December. Last year, 2023 here. So I don't want to say much about Nigeria because if I begin to talk about Nigeria, maybe they will start coming after me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
My name is Awo Makunle. I am a legal practitioner and I'm based in Lagos. On issue of some set of persons that were released last week, to me, I believe that, yes, the president declared that he will never, or his government will never pay ransom to anybody or group of people. But the government released the name of 17 persons and organization, mostly the BDC, or they call them involved in dollar exchange. Suddenly, we saw that some people were released. I think about 3 sets or 2 sets. The 2-something student, one Islamic student that were adopted some time ago, were released. We cannot but say that the government has paid ransom. But there was an allegation against Gumel Notwithstanding that government has boasted by making some statement that it doesn't believe in the legitimacy of this government because they were draw baron and otherwise. We are not concerned. We are concerned that the government has made statement. One, they will not pay ransom, and Gume and some others were also mentioned as the financiers of the bandit or whatever name so called they are bearing. Sometimes they say they are kidnapper, unknown gun. I said we are not having bandits. I said Northern Bandit Nigeria PLC. That is, some people, some group of people declare themselves to be kidnapping children and it's still battling us. How about 280-something students will be hoarded or hided into the bush to be kept and then demand for some trillions of naira. The best way to dislodge some of these bandits in the north is to involve Satana's army, Satana police, and Satana intelligence officers and step down some of those generals, some of those northerners, because as an average northerner, if you say Allah Kabar, they will not shoot you. Go and find out. I heard that from an intelligent officer who said sometimes they will not be able to dislodge the northerner doing this thing because of Allah Kabar.
All right, then. Well, thank you very much for that one. We must say a big thank you to our correspondent there on the streets of Lagos, sampling the opinion of some Nigerians. Now, let's continue with the paper review now.
All right, let's just dive into Daily Independence, where the banner headline here reads, "After Kaduna students release, Tinubu vows to make schools safe." Subwriters there, Afenifere Pandef, MBF, Lord Government Security Agencies, others ask federal government to apply same strategy for other victims. Another headline here reads, Edo PDP chairman abductors demands 500 million naira ransom. Above the nameplate there, you find another headline that reads, emulate OT, stop pension to ex-governors, Serap tells Tinubu. Of course, you know, that's one of our major talking points after the newspaper review, so you best want to stay with us and let's, you know, talk about this even more deeper. All right, another headline here reads, NIMET harms on effective early warning system to boost food security in Nigeria. Police confirm 4 women dead in Bauchi Zakat collection stampede. That's a sad one though. There's a major picture there of Governor Peter Mbah of Enugu State receiving the letter of notification as Independent Governor of the Year, Urban Development 2023. All right, by the side of that nameplate, you find another headline that reads, Airport Security Audit. Nigeria's performance is with huge success. ICAO team leader is the one saying this. Tinubu turns 72 on March the 29th. Asks Nigerians to skip celebration over mood of nation. NASU, SANO ends 7-day warning strike. Say work resumes today. Another headline here that looks like another major headline is the Patriots submits declaration for new constitution to Tinubu National Assembly. Unknown gunmen kidnap 10 artisans in Benue. And then the final headline here, right there, the front page of the Daily Independence is no plan by Ijo youth to attack military facilities, says INC. Mr. Fatika, quickly, let's just have your take on maybe just one so that we just dive into the main topic of the day.
Oh, clearly, the most important topic in the public space is security. Every other thing naturally should follow. If you are not safe, you can't prosper. I listened to you reading out President Bola Tinubu vowing to end security. abductions in school. It's become a platitude of sorts in my mind. Virtually every other
Sorry to interrupt
president-
you. Sorry to interject. I was going to ask you earlier. They talked about core in schools, establishing a core. Do you think that will help protect children in the schools?
Moses, the concept of core in schools has always been there. There have been cops and Boy Scouts. There have been,
But they're not armed.
war.
They're not armed.
They are not. Yes, they are not active because they are fighting against principalities and powers in evil places, and they have infiltrated the whole. Who knows who is doing who? Is it even the school teachers themselves? Is it the parents of these children? Is it the locals? Look, again, I come back to make that point. It goes beyond the rhetorics. President Bola Tinubu from the top has to make a firm decision, perhaps to break away from the motherhood that we've always
How
had.
firm can his decision be,
He
knowing that he
has-
has called his service chiefs?
He has
Ladies.
to move beyond calling service chiefs. He has intelligence information at his disposal. Many of these are stepped in politics, to the local politics. Forget about second term or no second term. If you do well, second term will come falling. He has to go crush those who are known, including those who are non-state actors, who are saborattling, like somebody said on the street, we are not interested in you kettle calling the pot black. Go out there, needs to read the riot acts, and then come back to what you are insinuating. He has called the service chiefs. Beyond calling the service chiefs, give them clear direction. Give them clear direction. I repeat, give them clear direction as was given for the October thing. Go out there and get these people out. Now, when you shake this, of course, your presidency is going to shake because all the peoples that are involved in the whole of these things are surrounding the presidency. I must say, religious leaders, look, and then wield the big stick. If you are a governor, you are a subnational, and things like this continue in your domain,
All right.
we
Well,
might end up with a state of emergency. I mean, it has to be something
we're pressed
drastic
for time.
and different
We're pressed for
for us to be
time.
able to.
Unfortunately, we'll have to wrap up this conversation now. But I just want to drop one thing. Put my thoughts out here now. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. These kidnappings go beyond kidnapping for ransom. Now, take a good look at that headline. One of the headlines there: unknown gunmen kidnapped 10 artisans.
I was also going to
in
call his
Benue.
attention to that.
10 artisans. What for? What for? Is it to demand money from them or to have them work somewhere? All right. There have been speculations as to mining activities taking place in some of these places, and the locals are used as free labor for those mining activities. I think that's another thing that government should look into. If you're kidnapping artisans, to do what exactly? Oh well, let's just put that out there, and maybe we'll find answers. Well, we must say a very big thank you to you, Mr. Aki Fatunke, but we'd like you to stay with us as we go into our major talking point. Now, we're looking at syrup, and what syrup is saying right now, urging the president to follow Alex Oti's lead and comply with court order on ex-governor's pensions. So let's talk about this one when we come back.